Well, the difference between this meeting and Geneva is Geneva set the framework, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't happening. It was going too slowly, too painfully, and so we put that on the table. But most importantly, you had President Trump and President Xi on the phone together, and they gave sort of the fundamental foundation on which we were able to reach agreement. Without those two leaders, it was very difficult, but with the two leaders talking, I think we both sides had that strong push to let's get this done. That's why we stayed at it so late in the day, that we never stopped. We started early, we ended late. You have to get things done if you're working for President Trump, and I'm sure they felt they had to get it done because they were working for President Xi.
Are they going to have another phone call anytime soon?
Oh, you'd have to ask them. That's between them.
Did they seem motivated? Did the Chinese seem motivated to come to some sort of agreement?
Oh, we're here. What time are we talking to you? I mean, obviously it's 11 and a half hours, 12 hours since we got together, right, this morning. More, right? More.
When was the call with the presidents? Like Thursday morning, and it's
right.
And it's
Thursday.
Monday. Thursday, right? And we did on
I mean, we
Monday,
got together at 10 this morning.
Obviously,
it's almost midnight, so it's 14 hours of being together.
In writing after the talks in London.
Well, we have an agreement. We have the Geneva agreement. Right now, we've agreed on a framework to implement that, right? We have an agreement already.
What does that framework look like?
When do we get to see the framework?
Well, I mean, this is, we have the Geneva agreement. That's what we're keying off of. And we're working together very closely with them to make sure that the implementation goes forward speedily.
Geneva was 4 weeks ago. How do you avoid having this situation happen again?
Well, I think the difference this time is you had the two presidents on the phone together, really creating the foundation that is the purpose that this framework is built upon. So it was the combination of Geneva's consensus coupled with the president's phone call led us to feeling actually very confident that we will work this out. Now, President Trump's got to approve it. The Chinese side has to take that back to their president. And then once that's done, we will be back on the phone together and we will then start to implement this agreement.
But do we have any breakthroughs? Any?
Well, I think we have the two largest economies in the world have reached a handshake, right, for a framework. We're going to start to implement that framework upon the approval of President Trump, and the Chinese will get the President Xi's approval, and that's the process. So once the presidents approve it, we will then seek to implement it, and it is by definition, two giant economies have lots of complex issues, but I think we pounded through all of them, and I think we've reached a framework to implement the agreements that have been reached.